My dear friend, I know you are probably as worried as I am about the state of our nation. Earlier today, our government shut down the Unity schools in the federal capital as they are unable to ensure their security in the face of terrorist threats. A few weeks ago, the Kuje prison was attacked and scores of terrorists freed. We also saw a video making the rounds yesterday showing the beating of the Kaduna-bound passengers who were captured several months ago. We can no longer deny the fact that our government has failed on all fronts. But what's interesting is that most of us are in denial about the seriousness or severity of our situation. We can no longer bury our heads in the sand and pretend that all is well with our country. We can no longer live in fear of our government and be afraid to tell them their feelings. This is what got us here in the first place. Fear. Our parliament was too scared to impeach our president. We were also too scared to call for the resignation of our entire government. Why should we live in fear of those who we pay to serve us? Those who swore an oath to protect our lives and properties but now preside over our funerals. How much more can we take as a people before we die to our fears and collectively call on this government to resign? At the current exchange rate, life-saving drugs will soon be out of the reach of the masses. Critical spares will no longer be available to our industries. The inflation we talk about now will be much worse as food becomes more expensive and scarce. Airfares have gone through the roof while our roads remain unsafe. Many now live on charity. This is heartbreaking. We have seen nations whose people looked the other way as a few ran their nation aground suffer similar fates. We don't need our nation to completely collapse before we defend our nation. If you really believe this government can safely hand over a united and peaceful Nigeria in 2023, then you need not worry. But if, like me, you are worried that our nation is on the brink of disaster and that this government no longer has anything to offer, then join me in calling for the immediate resignation of the entire APC government. We no longer have the luxury of time for them to continue to fumble and wumble their way from one disaster to another. You might not have your voice tomorrow, but you have it now. Use it. President Buhari, you and your entire government should resign in the interest of the Nigerian people. Thank you.